Yes everyone, over here is the Audi RSQ8. Now the philosophy of the Audi Q8 was for it to compete against the likes of the BMW X6 and the Mercedes GLE Coupe. Now it is no secret that Audi has a thing for fastback designs, especially something diagonal for the rear. And it should also be noted that this Audi Q8 is directly related to the Lamborghini Urus, Bentley Bentayga, Audi Q7, Volkswagen Touareg, and of course the Porsche Cayenne. Yes, I know guys, that's a lot of siblings for this Audi Q8. This is why I almost forgot to mention one of them, but you get the point. This Audi RSQ8 costs 195,000 euros. Is it good value for money or not? We'll find out in a moment, everyone. Let's get on with the review right now. But before doing that, we're going to check out the engine. Over here is a V8 engine that produces 441 kilowatts, everybody. So you get parking sensors at the front and at the rear, and you get a 360-degree parking camera. Now, something a little bit funny I just noticed. The grille over here is exposed. It's an actual air intake. But then there's a little narrow air vent right here. It's fake. Gorgeous 5-spoke alloys, everybody. They kind of remind me of what I've seen on the Lamborghini Urus, and that doesn't surprise me. But what's awesome is that those red caliper brakes are there. They are the Audi ceramic brakes. Audi, why is there another fake air vent right here? Those exhausts are real, everybody. Now it is time to check out the interior of the Audi RSQ8. So the interior of the Audi Q8, Audi RSQ8 is very similar to what I've seen in other recent Audi models, especially the Audi Q7, everybody. So double screens right here, the top one for your infotainment system and the bottom one for your climate control, from what I recall. And now when it comes to interior, first of all, you get electric seating adjustment for both front seats. This is amazing, with lumbar support. And you do get seating memory. The seating memory button is right next to the door latch, which is good. Steering adjustment. Wow. Okay, something interesting right here. One thing I like is that the steering wheel is very, very pleasant to hold on to. This is far better than what BMW and Mercedes AMG usually give. Well, BMW M and Mercedes AMG. What I'm trying to say is that whenever these guys give sporty steering wheel to their cars, their steering wheels are super thick. They're like mountain bike tires. Audi did it perfect. Like, this is just nice. And you get electric steering adjustment. But yeah, I mean, a bit slow, but it gets the job done. It's just that I'm under the impression that the steering wheel is a little bit on the big side. It kind of reminds me of my experience in the Range Rover. The Range Rover also had a steering wheel that was quite big. And now when it comes to the driving pallets, you get driving pallets, but you can only reach them from here. They're easy to reach. But when your hand is underneath, down here, you cannot really reach the driving pallets. But they're good. They're fine. You can reach them. Now you get 3 stokes. The third stoke is dedicated to your cruise controls. And you also get a Bang & Olufsen sound system. Ooh, sound enthusiasts, you guys are going to love this. Now, speaking of the interior presentation and the seats, everybody, you get black leather seats with red stitching. Now, the way the stitching is, it reminds me of what I've seen on watches. But when it comes to Audi interiors, they're known to be not very flamboyant. Audi is known to be the most techy. Now, I also like the door handle, but there's just one problem. I've noticed that when it comes to door handles and window buttons, Audi has a thing for hard plastic. And I mean, the top of the door handle is covered in squidgy leather, which is great, but then underneath it's hard plastic. Although you do get this nice squidgy Alcantara on the side, which is amazing, which is just what I needed. And the window buttons, now here's the funny part. Over here you get this nice, gorgeous metallic trim. It's even cold to touch, so I'm assuming they're using some actual metallic material. But then when you look at the door, it's just the window controls. The window controls are all hard plastic with a touch of chrome on them. It's nice, but wouldn't it be nicer to have a bit more trim onto them? Because here you get this beautiful piano black trim, But then this piano black trim is nowhere to be seen onto the door. Now, it's not enough to maintain the Audi identity. We do have to cover practicality solutions. So first thing I just love is the fact that this cup holder is covered with this nice piano black material. Cup holders that are somewhat adjustable, and also you get a little spot to perhaps put your keys in there. It's a micro storage space, 12-volt socket, everybody, and also central console storage. Now the central console storage is a bit surprising. I think it's a double storage. The central console storage is nice, but it's a bit unclear how it should be used. I just don't understand it. The storage space is very shallow, but then there is this thing over here which indicates that it's like, you see there's this huge lump of plastic onto the central console door. It has me thinking that it's got a purpose, or it's for an additional storage space, but it doesn't open, so it probably has no purpose whatsoever, which leaves me to wonder, what do you use the central console for then? Glove box is easy to reach from the driver's seat, although it'd be nice if you have a button right here somewhere to open the glove box, because for a price of almost 200,000 euros, well, 195,000 euros, the glove box is nice. I like the material it's lined with. It seems average. Nothing very much to expect. Door bin is quite nice. It can actually fit a big water bottle. That is something I can definitely confirm, judging by its design. Yeah, actually the door bin is probably one of the best I've seen in its segment. And onto the door side, you do get an additional storage space over here, everybody. Good compensation for your central console storage. Now, for most of the cars in the Volkswagen group, I really admire the sound of their doors. They sound good quality when you open them and when you close them. Speaking of doors, this particular Audi RSQ8 has this soft close. Now, just like the Audi Coupes, like the Audi A5 and the Audi A7, Audi has resorted to having frameless windows, so it's unlike the Audi Q7. Now, it's a really cool concept and it looks really pleasant, especially when the window's down on a sunny day in the summer. It gives it this cabriolet vibe, or this coupe vibe. Now it's time to check out the rear seats of the Audi Q8, well, RSQ8. Now, so to my surprise, I'm under the impression it's a bit on the cramped side. So my legroom is perfect because there's an elevation for the driver's seat and the front passenger seat. So therefore my feet room is perfect, but my shin is very close to making contact with the front passenger seat. My knee room is great, but just beware that behind both seats, there is hard plastic, everybody. But you get a net as a backseat pocket, which is good, which is flexible. Headroom. Now the headroom is excellent as expected. There's no complaint in that regard. But just the overall space, everybody, the overall space, there's something about the backseat that feels cramped compared to what I've experienced in competitor models. You get this Alcantara in the back, which is great. The door handle is pleasant. The door bin is just as good as the front, I believe. It's quite spacious. In terms of practicality, this Audi RSQ8 seems to be ticking all the boxes. Nice handle over here in case the ride gets a bit bumpy. And also nice coat hook, one over here and one on the B pillar, which is quite great. Excellent. Climate control, guys. Now, you do get a climate control system over here and air vents right here and also on the B pillar. So you would feel just as good as the front passengers. Oh, and if you want comfort, over here, you get a nice armrest, and please, fingers crossed that the cup holders are good. Ooh, nice. The cup holders, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like one is bigger than the other. Okay, why not? Quite impressed with the back seat, everybody. It's good. Just that my only complaint would be that the space, there's just something about the back seat that feels very cramped. You get seat ISOFIX, but the problem is that the ISOFIX covers, they come off. So you just make sure you do not lose them. You have to put them back in place, everybody. It is time to check out the boot space of the Audi RSQ8. I think the advantage of this crossback design would be the fact that if you're parked right next to a wall, the boot door doesn't make contact with the wall. Well, literally at one point, so it's great. Now over here is the boot lip of the Audi RSQ8. It's quite nice, actual metal, cold to touch, but just be careful with it. In long terms, just be careful with your luggage, try not to scratch it. And also the body paint is not very exposed. Now for this Audi RSQ8, you get a very nice accessory, everybody. This is adjustable, and if you extend it all the way there, you get a nice belt that can hold articles on the side. To a bigger extent, you even get a little fence right here. This is very good when you want to hold shopping in place. You get adjustable suspension to ease entrance for luggages and heavy goods, and also you get a retractable trailer hitch hook. Now the floor isn't adjustable, but it is good. It's already as good as it has to be. Underneath you have the repair kit. Just already one problem I've noticed is that despite the price of 195,000 euros, you do not get any latch to fold down the middle row seats, everybody. You do not get any latch. It can be debatable if it's really something to question, because for a price of 195,000 euros, I highly doubt you'd want to fold all seats down to move houses. Instead, you would just probably hire a rental van for that. But it's debatable. Now be careful, everybody. There is a 12-volt socket right there, but it's hidden behind the emergency kit. So here's my conclusion of the Audi RSQ8. The Audi RSQ8 has proven to be a very interesting and a desirable alternative to the BMW X6 and the Mercedes GLE Coupe. In fact, if you want me to be honest, when I first saw the Audi Q8, I felt like they did a better job than the BMW X6 and the Mercedes GLE Coupe, because when it came to BMW, they were born from small cars and they expanded from small cars. So when it came to SUVs, they were always of selective tastes. Some people loved them, some people just did not like them because of the design. They just looked a bit bloated. And the problem went also to Mercedes with the GLE Coupe. Now, Mercedes had a different history. Mercedes was born from limousines, they were born from trucks, so they were bound to excel in the SUV segment. But when it came to SUVs with this fastback design and everything, with the diagonal rear, that was where Mercedes started having problems, because that kind of design was something Audi and the Volkswagen Group were excellent at doing. They expanded from this kind of design with the 80s Volkswagen Passat, the Volkswagen Scirocco, and also Audi models, and including Porsche. Porsche always had a diagonal rear design. So what I'm basically trying to say is that the Audi Q8 was bound to be better than the BMW X6 and the Mercedes GLE Coupe. Wait, we do have to cover the price tag. For a price of 195,000 euros, is this Audi Q8 RSQ8, good value for money or not? I have to say that it depends on which context are you looking at a good value for money. Talking about it in the context of equipment and the nature of this Audi Q8, this Audi RSQ8, and what it has inside, I think this is great value for money. This car has everything to satisfy the price, and it is proven it has a rich history, everybody. But if we're talking about the fact that you're looking at 195,000 euros and then you're comparing it with what other competitors are offering, this Audi raises a bit of a question. It kind of suffers the similar problem as the historic Volkswagen Phaeton and then the new Volkswagen Touareg, which just saw a facelift. Beautiful cars, but their price tag did raise questions, and none of that matters when I express my opinion. I love this Audi Q8 RS. I meant Audi RSQ8. This Audi RSQ8 is an excellent alternative to the likes of the BMW X6 and the Mercedes GLE Coupe, and also it's one of the most interesting full-size SUV, or shall I say SUV with a fastback design, which you can find, everybody. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time.